I'm Ryan Finn, and we're 11th Hour Racing.
And we're sailing on the boat Cutlass. So 11th Hour Racing is an organization that tries to promote a healthier way of taking care of our waterways and our environment, and a more sustainable way of taking part in the activities that we love to do. You know, we try to eliminate plastic water bottles because there's no reason to use plastic water bottles. I've been alive longer than plastic water bottles, and I'm still alive, so you know, things that are easy to do and relate to a bunch of people. And this was a pretty easy event to tag along with. You know, we're using hydro generators to generate electricity. We're using biodiesel instead of fossil fuels. We're not using plastic water bottles to reduce the amount of trash, which on the boat is pretty nice. You know, not having a copious amount of trash when we finish the race. Not just from the trash standpoint, but from the performance of the boat. We just don't have stuff getting in our way. So it's all based on things that we hopefully can enhance the performance of what we're doing. I think it's a great way to get people to actually participate in what we're doing. You know, sailboat racing is unique in that it's tough to follow because the race course is over there somewhere. It's not a, you know, oval track NASCAR race, or it's not a baseball field. It's a dynamic race course, and the only way to get people kind of drawn in are our social media avenues. So, you know, providing updates, providing video feeds can make people relate. And then from a sponsorship point of view, it's a real way to connect to the audience that you're trying to reach. So I think it's great, and it's nice that somebody's taking the initiative to do that on a grand scale.
Yeah, I think it's important. It's important for, like Rob said, it is important for people to actually follow the whole race is going to exist on a map, and we're going to be little dots on the map, and anybody who's actually following the race is going to have to tune into that, pay attention to that, and you know, they'll see when people make mistakes, they'll see gains and these kind of things. It's something you can check, you know, like you check your Facebook page or something like that. You can just check in every once in a while and be like, hey, that's happening, you know. Somebody's leading, they may have broken something, they stopped, you know, their boat speed's 0 knots, you know. So it's a really good way to follow the race, actually.
I think getting out of the harbor is going to be a big part of it. It's really tricky getting out of here. It looks like we're going to have tide with us, which is monumentally helpful in getting out of here. There's so much traffic, and the wind is so up and down that you can get a pretty big lead pretty early.
Yeah, I think it's the shortest part of the race, and it may be the most important part.
Yeah, it's the most crucial, because then it's a lot of straight line sailing down to the first turning mark, where boat speed is going to be key. There's a lot of tactical stuff coming out of here that are going to go in. We've got a pretty good weapon on board from a sail inventory point of view that should help in these kind of conditions. And I think that the more tactical it is, the more it plays to our strengths. But truthfully, I also want to get home fast.
Yeah, right.
So I'd be perfectly fine if it blew pretty hard to get there.
Yeah, either way, I mean, racing is always interesting. That's the nice thing about sailboat racing is, you know, it's never just mano-a-mano, you know, guy in a race car, guy in a race car. We were here last week. It's like you get different things thrown at you all the time, and you have to adapt, and it's just more of a big picture kind of thing.
I think that once we get closer to the Rhode Island coastline, yes, that's a pretty big advantage getting in there. I do hundreds of days of racing there a year, and I feel that if we are tight coming into that finish, that'll play to our strengths also.
I'll just ask him what sail he wants me to put up.
Exactly.
At that point.
I will lord from the back of the boat.
All right.
Welcome to the inaugural Atlantic Cup.